It's the 2K Sports Show.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. Starting at point guard.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to.
Ready to go?
The start of a new NBA Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love. Here, matched up against Cleveland is how they'll kick off the new. They were last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3.
Yeah, and they're hoping for this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And teams in the pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Cleveland starting group. Curry is out there with and it's Young. And at the early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was an MVP candidate, and he would eventually get that award.
And you could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Kept alive.
Boy, just by his body, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah. Great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
The Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Calderon, rejected by Young. Curry wide open. Duncan with the assist. Curry's got his first one.
And with Curry winning his first MVP award, he played the fewest minutes in league history. Mostly his team was up by so much, he got a number of quarters.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some hard relative voting. Curry was the clear season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the inside, can they get it? And Bosch with the lead.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
First quarter of ball. Hit on the way in, and the bucket's good. Curry's got his third basket of the night. Curry against Calderon. Cousins, 14 feet.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
It's stolen by Calderon. And so he earns a triple. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Chance tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line throughout last season.
Catching up on the changes. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Young.
I tell you what, you got to love aggressiveness in.
Well, his ability, Clark, great advantage.
And that's why they ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or throws every time. And injuries, once again, were a central theme this season last year. Goals was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in spot.
Chicago making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Making a change. He's checked in for Andre Iguodala. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. 5 to shoot. Legal screen here. For the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Now, here's Dion. Chandler with the rebound.
That's the kind of near the hoop. They were over.
Thomas, that's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
That's his first personal foul.
There's 1:54 left. Here's and again, Chicago.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Off the left rim.
And he right one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Marjanovic. That ball's nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got his fourth. Bogut. That's mark.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. And he tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to his off-training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Now here's Thomas. And to go on the assist by Thomas.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the Neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Here is Korver. By 4 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, they are the ball very down.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
There's Crawford with the 3. No good. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good luck in separating the shot clock and game clock. That's good.
Boy, such outstanding decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and up the assist. Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high octane from both sides in this one.
officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, any choice. Whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
The Bulls third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he sinks the outside Curry. And Cleveland again. Clark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player.
I was upset.
Great Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is like you did and love him.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready, having a nice break. Rated with and a moment here to take a look at the down for the Cavaliers.
A lot of mid-range so far for nothing else worked. He's fall back.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
They've got Warren, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Korver guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Redick kicks to Korver. Come right the 3 zone, but it's no good. Korver missing again.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams.
He's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't out on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And it's good. That's 12. Steph Curry.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And the wide open. No luck. And here's taking it the other way.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. With a lot of new players struggle early. It's especially evident on the road.
And Cousins kicks to Korver. Outside Bosh. Puts up a 3. And that one's good. Bosh has got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
That's just running the mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there. We talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins in a row, then trip. They did seem, though, to get more steady as the season went on.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Curry's got space. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. Redick against Curry. And the 3 off target.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Korver passes to Redick. A quick shot there, and it's off target. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Kicks it to Young. He tries for 3. Ball's knocked loose. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Korver gets a look. Here's Cousins. And on the boards, they pick up the second chance points. Cousins has got 6 in the quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Cleveland making a change here. Back in. Clears 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 6.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have pounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
It's Curry outside.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He's been wayward off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And for Cousins, those 20-20-10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2000.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins, who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
Takes a three. Iguodala, no good. Bulls are gone, 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. The 10-footer. And off the front. And in it goes. His second bucket of the night.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action does a type of energy to your team that you just can't.
But I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam. Give
game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Again, Curry missing. Redick dishes to Anderson. And
boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
That has served them well during the course of this first half.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable. And we're through the.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was for Curry. He ended up with 19 points and 2 assists. And time now to send you back down to the floor, and we will see you after the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 19 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really space the floor.
Checking out Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Iguodala out there with Young. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Duncan. And it's Allen in at the point.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with. It's a tough day so far.
For the 3. Shot's good. Allen's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Cavs. Bulls trail by 8. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc. Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
For Chicago, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas last season, free throw shooting. And, you know, for the they ended up in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
Butler attacking.
Oh! Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the I say go.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Tough on that Kia Slam Cam. Chicago making a switch here. Korver's checked in.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And then cut with the dunk.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that aim.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on his. How this one turns out.
Young outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Shot to the floor. You can plug it in almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, go inside and outside too.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Duncan. Chandler comes in. Andre Iguodala. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Butler. And Curry subbed in for Ray Allen. There's Crawford with the 3, and that one's good. Crawford's got 8.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season. Excellent job finishing around the rim. Solid rebounding numbers. Prove his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Curry outside, and that one's good. And it's a 12-point Cavalier lead.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on build that lead up.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Spent 1 year. Still plenty of growth.
Shot to stop the run. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Count that one. And it's 7 points for Chris Bosh. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 here in the third quarter. Down low. And Diaw with the basket on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup. Solid margin of victory for them and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Curry outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
The baseline J. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Crawford's got his 4th rebound in this one. 3-pointer, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been hitting down the least bit.
Calderon with it. And Curry picks him up defensively.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. For Chicago, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 here in the third. They grab the and he goes with the one-handed jam.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Foul call that time on the way up. 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Bulls. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Thomas comes in for Curry. Screen by Bogut. The shot by Chandler. Wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one. Bulls trail by 11. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though.
Well, his game was my mind, he's highly skilled. It's more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult match. He's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Calderon with it. Now Thomas defending. There's the dish to Diaw. Back with the three, and that one's good. Redick's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. It's the jumper from the corner to fall. Thomas got his second bucket to go. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The Bulls have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The free throw drops for Redick. Campbell's making a switch here. He hits stripe.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Thomas kicks to Duncan.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
5 seconds left in the third. Goes back up, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater!
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
The fourth quarter, just moments to welcome you back. The Cavaliers leading by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. Chris Bosh is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. There's Calderon. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Warren in at the 3 slot.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players. Passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
We're getting back to Duncan's rebound. The great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. Cousins, the pass to Calderon. Feeds it to Bosh. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. 9 points for Chris Bosh. And Duncan throws it down.
2 more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it down
sir.
hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Here as well of the effort here tonight.
And Redick kicks to Bosh. Bosh.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And there's the call on Bosh. That's foul number 2 for him. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chicago. And then for Cleveland, Young comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Stephen Curry in for Thomas. Here's Iguodala off the inbound pass. Redick with the rebound. Outside Korver. Bosh going around him. Nailed from three-point land. Bosh has got it back down to single digits for the Bulls. Iguodala outside, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
No clue that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Feeds it to Bosh. He kicks it to Cousins. Left side, Korver. Here, uses the finish.
And now team's in a groove.
Game already, guys. They've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
They get from deep, Iguodala. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got 6 assists now in the game.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And Thaddeus Young with the slam.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. And we've seen it time and time again here.
And he can't stop the run as he...
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Iguodala, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Moving it up. Bosch with the bucket.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a off the bench. Last season, averaged 30 minutes a game. Clippers. He's come a long way.
Jose Calderon. He's checked in for cut. It's Young on the wing. That one coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 5 assists tonight. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Calderon against Curry. Calderon dishes to Cousins. Outside Bosch. And again, it's from deep.
And he's clearly led the way. The question is, can they ride and get back into it?
Calderon has the open look. Misses the three.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense is taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Duncan, the pass to Young outside. Chicago. Cousins has got rebound with that last one here tonight. Calderon with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. That shot wide. And that's 20 points for Chris Bosh.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
That is good. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Cleveland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically them those shots. You know the coach drew up a nice play, easy dunk on the inbounds pass.
Calderon kicks to Redick. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. And these types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Cavaliers.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very important. Mark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a performance in terms of effort and intensity, and deserve to win this one.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk up, but these two teams will see plenty more one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other forward.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And slam dunk by Butler.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up there. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Curry with it. That's good.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy